Okay, so this is episode 2 to our Lotus Bloom podcast. Don't mind me, I'm in my comfy era right now. Okay, comfy. Okay, this is a judgment free zone. This is a safe space. Okay, this is a space where we can share positivity, love, wisdom, life experiences, and so much more. If you're interested in seeing more content, more videos from me, like, share, subscribe, hit the button, okay? And you can also check out my other social medias too for more content. But anyways, let's hop into it. So we're gonna do a story time. So this story time that we're doing today is going to be about how I went into business with someone I considered a friend. So this had to be like back in I want to say 2019, 2020, or 2021, somewhere around them areas. Like it was around COVID time. So I had ended up moving to Florida back in 2017, right after I graduated from high school. And throughout the time of me being in Florida, I had crossed paths with this girl, and we just gonna get her the name T. Okay, T. So I had met this girl named T, and T was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I loved her energy, I loved her vibe, I loved how she dressed. You feel me? Like she stayed up to T. Okay. And me and T was cool. Like we hung out, whatever. Now, my dude that I was talking to at the time, he was cousins with her dude. And at the time, I think they were going through little situations or whatever, and they needed somewhere to stay. So they ended up moving in with me and my dude. And throughout the course of the time of us, you know what I'm saying, kicking it, whatever, while she was living with us, I had ended up getting a work from home job, and she had a work from home job too. So we both was working from home, and she was also taking her little real estate classes at the time. So um one of these days, I was sitting, you know what I'm saying, writing my little ideas down, jotting down my little ideas, trying to figure out um what I really wanted to do because I wanted to start a business. Now, remind you, I had already brought this up to my dude before, and I brought it to her too. And I was like, you feel me? Like, I want to start a business, you feel me? But I don't really know what I want to invest in. So I really started doing my research. So what I came up with was that I wanted to start like a little boutique. I wanted to sell like accessories and clothes and stuff like that. So what I did was I had screenshotted a lot of the different things that I wanted to add into my boutique. And I had brought it up to T like first I brought it up to my dude and I was like, look, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to invest in, this is what I want to get started. And dude was like, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, take off with it. So T was like, let me see, let me see. So I go and show T like these are the ideas that I have in mind for my business. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm finna invest in, what I'm finna have shipped to the crib. So T was like, let's go into business. Let's do this together. I could do the clothes, you could do the accessories. Now, a part of me was kind of a little on edge and like in between because this was my first time really stepping out on faith and starting a business for myself. And I didn't want to take a chance of going into business. So in reality, my intuition told me that I should be cautious about it, but I didn't listen to my intuition and I just kept going. So I tell T like, okay, cool. We're gonna come up with our name. Hey, how you doing? We're gonna come up with our name. We're gonna get the LLC going, whatever. Woo, woo. Now remind you, because I had brought this idea up, this was my main idea. Everything was supposed to go through me. If I added you on as we going into business, if I brought my idea to you and you want to hop on my idea, it's not you take control of the business or you take control of my ideas and you just take off with it. Like, no, that's not how it was supposed to go. So we came up with the name and everything. Now, remind you, before we even went into business together, I forgot this. Before we even went into business together, I had went up to a beauty supply that was right around the corner that I used to go to all the time. And one day while I was in the beauty supply, my intuition was like, look over. I looked over. Intuition seen that little clear little stand box that wasn't nothing in, and I said, excuse me, ma'am, are you renting out this space here? And hi, how y'all doing? The lady was like, yeah, I'm renting out the space or whatever. I'm like, so how much are you charging a week? She like, I'm charging 200 a week for the spot. I'm like, oh yeah, for real? She like, yeah, I'm charging 200 for the spot. I'm like, I bet. So I show her. She like, what do you have to put in the casing? What do you have? So I started showing her my accessories and my purses. Now, to remind you, this is before me and T went into business. This is before I knew what T was putting in the business. So the lady was like, "Yeah, we'll rent you out the space. You feel me? You come put your stuff in here, set it up the way you want to. We'll also help you out. Cool." So when me and T started putting things into motion, I had brought it up to T like, oh yeah. And I also got an opportunity from the beauty supply to put the stuff in. I didn't break it down and tell T like I had brought this up to the beauty supply before. Ooh, I didn't have to do all of that. I just knew that I had an opportunity on the table that I could put the business on in the same sense, right? So throughout the time of us doing this, T comes to me behind my back, change the name of the business because her dude didn't talk. Reminds you, her dude and my dude was cousins, right? So she turned around, went behind my back, changed the name on the business, then filed the business LLC. She did all of this before consulting me. So when she did bring it up to my attention, it was already signed, dated, paid for, and done. So now I'm looking at her some type of way like how we go into business on the idea that I brought to you. You turn around and get to talking about stuff with your dude. Then you turn around and try to underplay me. Okay? Keep it. So I said, you know what? This how we gonna do this. You have your clothes, I do my accessories. That's just how we gonna do it. You feel me? Whatever I make off my purses, I re up on my product. Whatever you make off your clothing, you re up on yours. That's what the agreement was, right? So I was collecting all the money. Now remind you, I'm putting in the footwork. We got business cards. I'm passing out business cards. Promoting online. So I got business coming back home from Detroit. You feel me? I got business coming back home from my family, my friends that's buying stuff from me. So I got orders going over out of. hmm I got I got clientele. I got customers out of town. Then I got customers in Florida. Then I got the people at the beauty supply. So once we started putting the stuff in the beauty supply, she was advertising her little. She had shirts, pants, clothes, headbands. I had all different type of stuff from purses to I had purses, foot sandals for like when you go out to the beach. I had all different type of little different stuff that I had put on this. Now my stuff was really bringing in money. I was making dang near $600 a week just off my purses. Like I'm bringing in cash. So what I was doing was I was taking the money that I was making off of my purses and I was re-upping on my product. Shorty got mad. T got mad because she talking about I was taking money and reading up on my product, which as I should. You feel me? If your stuff really ain't making money like that, and mine is really what's making money, and people keep asking for these products, I'm gonna re up on the products that the people is asking for. I'm finna give the people, the customers, what they asking for. I'm not finna sit up here and wait for you to keep investing in stuff that's not selling for real when I know that my stuff is selling. So I'm finna keep re upping. So she feels some type of way about it. Go and say some, oh, I don't want to do this business thing anymore. Ooh. She get mad because I tell her, well, okay, we don't got to do business no more. But you can't take my beauty supply spot because I got that spot way before we decided to go into business. If you think you're gonna take my beauty supply spot, you got another thing coming. So me and the beauty supply lady already talked because I told her I'm like, yeah, I had got the booth for me, but I brought the business on. Like me and you had already discussed it. So whatever she talking about is irrelevant. So baby girl got mad, went behind my back. Went up to the beauty supply, stole all my stuff, all my mannequins, took all her stuff that she invested in the business in, and then moved back to motherfucking Atlanta the same day. And then continue to push the business that she low key snatched from me. So the lesson I learned from that was to follow my intuition, to not invest, to not just go into business with just anybody. Okay. And the first sign that I see a person on some snake stuff when it comes to doing business, I'm immediately cutting you out. You feel me? So I didn't wish bad on it. You feel me? What I did was I just prayed about it. I kept my faith, and I was just like, you know what? I'll just go back. I know I know what I'm capable of. So this is just a valuable lesson that I'm learning. And from this point forward, I know what to do and what not to do. And it was just really mind boggling, irritating. Like I wanted to get even. Don't get me wrong, I wanted to get revenge. But at the end of the day, I felt like what God could do is way more greater than what I could do. You feel me? So I just left it in God's hands. And I've personally felt like because the way she moved about it and the way she did everything, that God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. I put a lot of energy, invested a lot of time into that business. And for her to just do something like that, nah. All because you felt some type of way that your stuff wasn't making money. Like, no. So I learned moving forward, I would rather just go into business by myself. I would rather just, you feel me? Or wait till God aligns me with the like-minded individuals or people, you know what I'm saying, that are on the same level and vibration as me, people that I can really trust and who I can really, invest with and grow with for real. But I honestly learned a lesson about that, about going into business with friends or just, family or just people because some people might not have the best intentions at heart. You never know who in secret competition with you. You never know who really just trying to get a head up off you. You never really know who want to just see you fail for real. You feel me? Some people just be looking out for themselves and having agendas for themselves. And me, I'm on the other hand, I'm genuine. I'm very generous. You feel me? Understanding. And it's just some things I won't do and some things that I have morals and integrity, and it's just certain things I just wouldn't do. You feel me? So I thought about fighting to get the business back, but it ain't even worth it. Cause what God got for me is 10 times better. Things happen for a reason, and I'm glad that I just got the valuable wisdom and lesson that I learned from it, and knowing that God is going to bless me moving forward on whatever other business journey that I choose to take on. Yeah. But y'all, this is episode 2 of the podcast. And I hope to see y'all again in episode 3. Bye.